Hello everyone, welcome to another podcast episode. My name is The Star, I am The Star Crochet, and I make and sell crochet and knit gifts for everybody. On this episode I talk about things like what I have been up to, any items sold, any works in progresses, any finished objects, and that's about what I have for today. Let's get started with what I have been up to. I have been knitting a lot, I have been cross-stitching a lot. I have not been crocheting a lot because I will not be attending the market this weekend because it is supposed to be rainy and thunderstorms, so I won't be going there this weekend. But I have made a few sales at the market and I'm very excited. I did a good bit of sales, $90 in sales, and so I'll go over that in the item sold section. But other than that, everything's been going good so far. Mental health has been good. If you are new to my channel, I sometimes talk about my mental illness. I am pretty open when it comes to that. I have schizophrenia and bipolar, and so it's, a couple days, I have good days and then I have bad days, but I'm very well medicated. Well, very much medicated, I would say. I take a good, 5 different medications for everything mental health wise, so that's a lot, but it's okay. Anything to help me feel normal, I guess you could say. I don't know what is normal, but anyway, that's what I have been up to. I have, that's what I have been up to. So let's get with the items sold. I have this list right here, not this part, but these parts right here of this is from previous markets sales, but then these are the sales for this past weekend of how I did. So I'm going to put a picture right here of what I have sold. I sold a yellow elephant, and in the picture it shows 2, but I sold 1. I sold a blue octopus, different color, of course it's a blue one, not a purple one. I sold a pink peep, a blue peep, and a purple peep. And so the picture I have right now is just 3 different peeps, so 2 of the same color and then 1 of a different color. And then I also sold a dragon, different colors than this, of course. But the colors of the dragon that I sold, I'm trying to remember, actually I do not remember. I think it was like this, some ombre of a color. I don't remember, sorry. But that is everything that I sold. For the dragon I sold for $30. The peeps I sold for $5 each, so $15 total. And then the blue octopus I sold for $30. And then the yellow elephant I sold for $15. And that is all the sales that I have made this past weekend at the market. Now let's get to the finished objects. I have 2 finished objects. And I want to start with a dragon. I made another dragon. This yarn that I used for the skin, I'll show you. It's very pretty. I used the jewel spun, Serdar jewel spun iron, so worsted. And then I used the yellow from I Love This Yarn from Hobby Lobby on the spikes and the wings and then the ears. And then the white I used as well from I Love This Yarn from Hobby Lobby for the horns. And of course the yellow I used for the fingers, like the nails, fingers, whichever. And this is the first finished object I have. I know this is smaller than the average dragon that I have been making, so I'm going to still sell this for $30 because of the amount of colors that I've used, the different colors that I have used. And then I know I showed you guys this sweater previously with a different type of star on it, but I took that out, I ripped it out, cut it out, and I used a much better star this time. There we go, much better. So this is the sweater in full that is complete. I would say this is like an adult sweater size large, possibly, no, size large. And so any size that is under large, small and medium, extra small, you can wear this as well for when the fall comes around as well. And so I use the ribbing knit-wise on this, the cuffs right here. So I use knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1 all around, and then I stack that on top of each other, knit 1, purl 1. Yeah, so that's how I got this. But to make it cinched in like this, before I got there, around this section right here, I had to do the knit and then knit 2 together and then knit 2 together. So it's like a decrease of a stitch that I made every other stitch to get a smaller size, and then doing the cuff right here, it just turned out like this on this side right here. And so on the bottom right here, I did the same thing. I did not decrease any though when it came to doing the ribbing. There we go. And so I did the same of the ribbing, knit one, purl one, knit one, purl one, all around. And this is the front, and then this is the back. I do want to sell these, but I don't know for how much yet. I kind of want to hold off until fall comes closer. Then I will see how I feel about the price. I want to make knit pieces more expensive than crochet because time that I take to make the knit work. It takes me longer to make something knit-wise than something crochet-wise because I'm a very fast crocheter. I'm a machine. Anyway, that is my 2 finished objects, and then I have 3 works in progresses. Let me grab this sock right here. I always have socks in this container in this bag right here of, you know, I place current yarn that I use for the socks in this bag like so. And so I finished, oh goodness, okay, so I did finish the first sock. I don't know where it's at right now, and so I'll have to show you guys whenever I get the chance to next time. And so here is the second sock, starting with the cuff for the men's size large. This is what I have so far, and it's very pretty, this yarn. The yarn that I am using for this sock is the Friends Cotton 8/4 print by Hobby. Same thing, Friends Cotton 8/4 print by Hobby, 8/4 print by Hobby. And then I have this one as well, Friends Cotton 8/4 print by Hobby. So these are all the first skeins that I'm still working with for this sock right here. I should have enough for a women's sock size medium pair after I'm done with this one sock right here, which is the final one for men's size large. That is my first work in progress. My second work in progress I have been working on for a good bit today. And so I, just very recently I got the nudge from the universe like, okay, it's time to work on knitting now. But I was working on this from the morning up until this point. I'm getting much closer to finishing the cross stitch right here. Here's what it looks like up close. It is very satisfying to look at, and it's very satisfying to work with. And I just love cross stitch. If those of you that don't know, I did cross stitching before I learned how to crochet, and I learned how to crochet when I was 12, and then I learned how to cross stitch when I was like 7. So I've been doing this for a good couple years before I started to crochet. I am not going to sell these because this is not my original pattern when it comes to the stitch pattern itself, like the graph. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Probably just like wall decor or something down the road. And then the third and last work in progress that I have is another sweater. And this is going to be another size large. I fixed the star on this again, much better by the way. And this is what it looks like on the front. I love it. And then I have this sweater right here. I had to roll this yarn up right here. It is the Off-White from I Love This Yarn by Hobby Lobby. I had to roll this up into 2 different balls that are the same size so I can equally use the remainder of this color right here. So that's what I did on this sleeve right here. And so that ball right there makes all of this knitted. And then I ran out of yarn when it came to the cuff and just the end of the sleeve. And I decided to use the remainder of this yarn that I have right here. Basic Stitch Anti-Pilling by Lion Brand. And that was the yarn that I got from for like $1 something each on lionbrand.com whenever it was near Black Friday, like the day before Black Friday, and they came out with that sale, and I thought I hit the jackpot because I was the very first when it came to that sale to buy something. So anyway, this is the end right here, and I'm working on the cuff, the part where it says knit one, purl one. Sorry, my alarm just went off. Anyway, this part right here I'm working on the very end where it's knit 1 purl 1, and then I already did the decrease before I started the knit and purl 1. And that's all I have for today. So if you made it this far in the video, please subscribe to my channel, ring the notification bell so you're always notified of all the videos I make. Check out my social medias such as TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Also check out my website, it is thestarcrochetshop.com. Also check out my Patreon, which is $5.55 a month per person. Yeah. And you get exclusive perks like member shoutouts on the description box of every YouTube video. Also yarn haul videos, early access posts and videos, posts and updates, and that's about what I have. Thank you for watching, everyone. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!